Just wanted to congratulate Dusty and the Astros for winning the divisional series, and good luck to them in the championship series. Matter of fact, I say that because this morning, last night, after Dusty's post-game press conference, he said some things about his team that I thought was very, very good, that I used this morning in my meeting with our team, which I thought was really good about some things that his team has gone through and how they'd responded to some things. I thought was really good. It was great for our football team moving forward this week. But okay. Oh, and one other thing before we get started here. I know the injury thing here. I just want to kind of give you a little update here. Larry Tunsil will be having surgery tomorrow on his thumb. Nico Collins will be coming back to practice this week. We'll take it day to day with him, but he is okay to come practice on a limited basis, and we'll see where he's at. Danny will be on the field today. He's making progress. Hopefully we can get him to the point where he's able to go. And Ross Blacklock is on the field, but we're kind of slowing him back in just for the conditioning part of it. Other than that, KPL is still not going to be ready to go. He'll be out this week, but he's going through rehab. Other than that, everybody else is ready to go.
What does a minute who have to do this week to be able to be active and get back in the rotation?
Well, it's just practice. It's just practice, how they practice. We always make that decision, John, after a week of practice, especially when you've got that many guys that have been rotating throughout the year. And we basically on Friday make a decision at the end, based on how we do in practice of who's down and who's up. And for us at that position, we're always having somebody down that could be up, deserve to be up, but because of the room and the space, we're always going to have one guy down that maybe should be up.
So is Tyrod Taylor available to play? Is he healthy enough for Sunday?
Tyrod is not available right now.
David, so is the surgery mean the player moves out for the season?
Maybe we're thinking right now it could be 4 weeks. Not really sure, but that's what we're thinking it could be.
How did Christian do taking his place, especially since you saw him in preseason?
Who's that, John?
Christian.
John's going to go right at that position, and we feel good about that. I mean, he knows he's been the backup. He's actually backed up both sides. He'll be on the left side, and Charlie will be on the right side. And in this league, the next man up's got to go, and he's the next guy up.
Do you have any better idea of much longer Tyrod will be out?
I do not right now. We're hoping this. So we're just taking it week by week right now. He's progressing very well, but he's not ready right now.
Do you expect him to be ready at some point this season?
I hope so.
And at that point, how do you approach choosing who starts, weighing upon future analysis? Obviously, you got a rookie, you got a guy on a one-year contract. How do you approach that?
When Tyrod comes back and he's healthy, he's our starting quarterback.
Is that? I mean, how does the coach, are you balancing kind of thinking about the future versus making sure the guys in the locker room feel like you're doing everything to put them in a position to win?
As far as the quarterback situation,
Yeah.
He gives us the best chance to win. I mean, he's our starting quarterback. He was our starting quarterback when he went down. He's doing an excellent job, and when he comes back, he'll still be our starting quarterback.
Do you not believe in a guy being able to lose his job to injury if, say, Davis played really well for a few more games?
No, I do not. He'll be our starting quarterback.
Coach, you mentioned a lot with the rotations, all about what players do in practice and stuff like you saw last week at Charles Minigoo. Is there any way we would see an opportunity for Brevin Jordan to take the field, start getting reps with the tight ends?
That's a possibility, but right now that group of guys are playing pretty well. They're all being very productive, and when his time comes, I know he'll be ready, but that's not yet.
With the cold setting, what Carson Wentz has been able to do, what have you seen from him? He's had injuries, but he's come back from them.
When he's healthy, he's a very good quarterback in this league. Obviously, in the game, I didn't see all the game when it was being played. I've seen it since then, and obviously he played very well, put him in a position to win the game. I know in the past, at one point, 3 or 4 years ago, he was a MVP candidate type quarterback when he was in Philly, and I know why they got him there. He's playing very well right now, and they've been very good offensively, and he's been very productive.
The flux of the offensive line with Laramie's injury, is there any thought given to Titus Howard playing the tackle position, or do you feel like guard is where you guys want to have him for the rest
This week he'll be a guard.
On Lonnie Johnson in his spot at safety here, how have you seen him and his spot there and overall that secondary right now?
Well, that secondary, obviously we've had some rotation back there in that secondary, and we'll continue to do that in the secondary. And we're rotating them simply because, we feel like we've got some guys back there that deserve to be on the field, and the only way to get them on the field is to rotate them. And we've had a pretty good combination back there, and we'll continue to do that.
Where is Eric Murray right now in that role? Have you seen him progress?
He's getting better in that role. Eric's a veteran player that's been around, and he's adjusted very well to that role.
How do you feel David Johnson has adjusted to his role anymore?
Very well. I think what we've done with David right now is we found out that obviously, he's a very multi-player from the standpoint of in the backfield and moving him outside. And obviously, a lot of times in the slot position where we've had a slot guy out there, he's gone in that position and been able to do it when we've been in two backs, and it's like having three receivers on the field. And he's been very good at that, and that's one of his strong suits.
He's a guy who obviously had a lot of carries in his career prior to this season. How do you think I guess this applies to all your running backs, how do you think that rotating them out and having them all kind of have bigger roles some weeks than others will allow them just to be productive?
Well, they understand that, and simply, too, at the running back position, that position gets grinded up pretty good. And I think, too, having three guys that's fresh and being able to do that has been productive for us. And moving forward, I think we'll continue to do that.
David, sometimes with thumb injuries, some players play through it. What was kind of the decision to go ahead and get that done?
With Laramie?
Yeah.
We felt like it was best for him to get it done now to be able to come back and be able to play for us in a few weeks, hopefully.
You opened up the press conference congratulating the Astros. Steven Solly's down with the Rockets. They are starting to rebuild, and you're doing the same thing here with the Texans. With you being an African-American, does it give you a little bit more of being more happy to be a coach here in the city of Houston, knowing that the other two major franchises also has two African-American coaches as well?
I'm aware of that, but I never even think about it that way. I think about it as me being the head coach of the Houston Texans. Happen to be in a city that the other two major professional sports have African-American head coaches, and I'm one of those three. But for the most part, I just look at it as being the head coach of the Houston Texans.
You told us that you talked to Davis about making sure you protected the football. You talked about that a lot in your one-on-one meetings with him. What has been the topic of those meetings this week as you want to take him to take another step forward?
Continue to do the things that he did this past week in protecting the ball. Continue to obviously be able to make good decisions, which he did. He was put in a couple of tough positions in this ball game, and he came out of it making good decisions where previously he didn't make those decisions. So basically, the more he plays, the more he gets more comfortable with that, and he's seeing things now a little bit better because he is playing. And just want him to continue to do that. And I thought Tim and Pep has done a great job with bringing him along and doing the things in our offense that he's comfortable with, and we just want to be able to continue that.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.